Hi everyone, Kelt here, bringing you my thoughts on the British royal family, and today I'll be talking about the Remembrance Day service and the strange things that people are focusing on instead of the actual bigger picture. We had the Remembrance Sunday where the King leads the nation in memory of the war dead, and Catherine was described as being bold in her comment to Sophie, as a lip reader revealed that Catherine told Sophie, and I quote, "She will be supported in this," end quote. The article goes on to say that the context of their conversation remains mystery. I'm no expert, but that does not make a lot of sense to me to say she will be supported in this. But if she in fact said she would be supporting this, i.e., referring to the late Queen, then that would make a lot more sense to me anyway, especially as a lot of this is for show. They are keeping up appearances until the truth comes out, and it must be very hard for them. I also think that they would be thinking of the late Queen Elizabeth while on the balcony, as they had some special times with her there, and also very emotional the last time that they appeared there with her, as they knew that she was unwell, and they also knew how terrible Meghan was being towards her. They were very protective towards the late Queen, and I think it's much more likely that they were talking about her rather than someone else or Meghan. Having said that, another thought I've just had is that if they were talking about Meghan, they could have been talking about the potential divorce and saying she will be supported in this or in that. So, yeah, it could have been something connected to that possibly. This body language expert also said that Sophie placed a hand on Catherine's back as she left the balcony, and this expert, Judy James, said that Sophie was clearly in the role of temporary standing in for William. I remember Sophie doing the same for William, putting her hand on his back when he walked off the balcony when Catherine was ill. Sophie is always the intuitive and caring one regarding all the royals, and had a particularly close relationship with the late Queen. She has a very maternal way with her, with everybody, and I feel that she and Catherine have a lot to carry right now. It's not just Catherine's illness or recovery. There was a lot more as to why Catherine needed support. She discovered more than an illness, and no, it was not infidelity, but she discovered things about the family, about connections, and the very serious accusations regarding P. Diddy, which are more than just general perversions and even more than the underage stuff, as he is now being charged with very serious crimes, some of which I won't mention here, but which most people are unable to get their heads around. And you have Elon Musk on what is now becoming the proper news channel, I believe. You're going to find a lot more truth on his platform. And there are no holds barred. The truth is coming out there. And this also applies to many more in Hollywood. There is nothing new under the sun. These things have been going on for thousands of years. There are very good people in the world, but also the complete opposite. So Catherine, I heard about a year ago, learned things which turned her life upside down. People are talking about trivial things, such as her looking older or looking tired. My gosh, if they had endured what she has endured the past 12 months at least, and I'm not talking about cancer, though that would take its toll as well. Whether it was genuine, whether it was just pre-cancer cells, whatever, she's had a lot more to deal with. She and Sophie, I believe, are helping to keep the illusion of a strong and stoic monarchy for the sake of the public. It was also noticed that Catherine did not sign the card for the wreath, which she usually did in previous years. And yes, everything the royals do is meticulous, and this was intentional and definitely a reason behind it. It was also noticed that Prince William's signature was very different from his usual, leading people to ask if it was really him. But I think that most people's signatures can vary at times, though there were also questions as to why he's suddenly been wearing a beard. Could be many reasons for that, but mostly I think it's because the monarchy is having a different face, so to speak, and it's definitely changing into something else. So maybe William's beard is the start of that. Princess Beatrice is having a meeting with King Charles because of concerns about her inheritance, now that her father has been cut off financially. Prince Andrew managed to convince his brother, the king, that he would be able to stay on at the property as he could actually afford to maintain it. And apparently his income, which will cover this, is confirmed as being from ethical sources. I've always said there's a much bigger picture to all of this, and there is. Many of you know, some of you are just finding out, and others just want things to go back to the way they were when the late Queen was alive. But they won't. What will evolve from this will be much better. And don't focus on the small things which just fill up the news headlines. Look at the bigger picture and maybe look at alternative news sites. I think Elon has pretty much got the real news going on there. So, let me have your thoughts on this, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye. And now I'll leave you with a few photos of previous remembrance services and a slideshow of Catherine over the years.